Welcome back to new people. Welcome for the first time. I thought it would be nice if I sat down and, introduced myself again. It's been a while since I've done that. My name is Melissa. This is my knitting podcast, Tales of a Knitter. And as you can see, if you are a returning viewer, last episode was a different background. My husband and I have since moved again since that video. We just found a place that has more space and we are able to, have a little bit more room. So I was able to get like my spinning wheel out over here, put up my gallery wall back here and stuff. But anyways, back to introducing. So this is my podcast. I've been knitting for a little over, I would say, I think it's been 11 years now. I started knitting in 2012 after I graduated high school. It was about a year after that my mother taught me. And I've just been knitting ever since. It's pretty rare that I don't knit during the day. There's some days I only get maybe 20 minutes to knit. There are other days where I get hours, which is lovely. Anyways, well, thank you so much for swinging by. I'm very happy that you clicked on this video. I hope that it's stuff that you're interested in. And if not, I understand. You don't have to watch. But if you do, stick around. There are finished objects going on. There's some new WIPS. And there's no acquisitions this time, but in the last video that I posted, there was a lot of acquisitions. So, let's get started, shall we? First, get a sip of the cappuccino roll. Alrighty, so first finished object since the last video would be my husband's sweater. Whenever I showed it last, I believe I was just done with the back side and I was starting the front side. So since then I have finished it. I will post photos right here of him wearing it. I think it turned out absolutely lovely. I think it fits his arms perfectly. I love the shoulders. I love the saddle shoulder on this design. I think it just looks absolutely stunning on him. Very masculine, I would say. But again, this sweater is unisex though, if you did not catch that in the last video. It is called Saven or Saven by Meghan. And I made the size for the 40-inch bust, and this is the sweater. Absolutely gorgeous. The yarn I used is Knit Picks. Which tweed is it? Provincial tweed, and I absolutely love it. I do think next time if I were to make this again, I would probably use a non-tweed yarn or one that is not as tweedy as this Knit Picks one. It was just it's a little too much tweed for me, but he loves it. I think it's absolutely stunning. Super soft and squishy, smells fabulous. This is blocked, by the way. I did do that. I have not added any elastic to the words. Slow down, Melissa. I have not added any elastic to the collar yet. I do think I may, depending on if it stretches out too much. But yeah, so there's the front, here's the back side. And a cute little notion that I did is I found these little like faux leather tabs at Hobby Lobby. And it was a pack of 4. I think there's 2 black and 2 Cognac colored ones. So this one says made with love or heart. And I just absolutely love it. He loves it. He's actually been wearing it a lot, which makes me happy because a lot of love went into this. Also, I'll show you the saddle shoulder. So there's the saddle shoulder that goes up through the raglan decreases that I had to do. So, some specifics about this sweater. It's knit in panels. So you are knitting a front panel, a back panel, and 2 sleeves. You then have to go through and mattress seam them all together, which is really pretty because the way the designer Meghan has you knit it, it leaves these beautiful faux exposed seams on the sweater. And I think it just looks so interesting. But yeah, actually, I shouldn't say faux seams, they're real seams. I seamed it together. Oh, airhead moment, sorry, or blonde moment. Anyways, absolutely love it. I think it turned out fabulous. I don't mind seaming things together. I know some people really don't like to, and I get that. Like, if you are a part of that no seaming community in knitwear or crochet or makewear, I get it. For me, I just love those little details. I love being able to sit down and literally watch Lord of the Rings for the millionth time and just seam this sweater together. And it just, I know it's really structured that way. I already told him, like, for this to fall apart, he's gonna have to go and like chop a lot of wood if he wants to tear this thing apart, because it is very sturdy. Oh my gosh. I just absolutely love it. But yeah, the pattern is unisex. You can make it for men, women, no gender, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, anyone can wear it. It's absolutely stunning. I cannot stop saying that. I just absolutely love it. I look at it and it's like, wow, I made that. I did all of those cables. And I will say there is one cable that I did mess up on. I'm not going to point it out just because it would honestly take me forever to find it. And I actually forgot exactly where it was, but I do know that there was one mess up. So it would take someone real nitpicky to like zoom in and look. Also, this is on my Ravelry page, so if you want to look at the photos that I posted up a little bit closer, you can feel free to get on there and check it out. And there's also, like, you can see exactly what color I chose. It is the cream one, but you can just see it. I do love Ravelry for that. You can also get online and Google search the knit pics, but I do link everything down below so you can follow that link as well. So yeah, that is the Saven sweater. I finished that one up. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm very happy with that because I was able to start working on my gift project I'm making for my sister-in-law. I am currently blocking it. It's actually right in front of me, right like over here. I love looking down and seeing it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Cannot wait to get that all sewn together. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. I will show some pictures here in a moment, but this is just a little personal warning for my sister or Katie possibly watching this video to follow the timestamp right below me right here and jump over to that time, because if you don't, you will have a spoiler and I don't want you to have a spoiler. So Lauren and Katie, follow the, timestamp and skip forward. Thank you. So I will show some photos of it right here, of it all put together. I absolutely love the way that this came together, And yes, I do know that I am wearing this, even though it's a gift, but I wanted to be able to show y'all how it is styled, or at least how I am styling it. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. The texture is everything to me. I love the little nubs in her shifty, everything. Like, I know she's designed a sweater with this texture. She has her regular night shift shawl in it that I've made before and love. I just really, really love this shawl, or cowl. This cowl. I always want to call it a shawl, but it is a cowl because it's connected, you know. But I would say this was a labor of love. Once it got to its max capacity stitches, it was starting to get a little tedious for me, but the moment that, you know, Andrea Mowry and the pattern started decreasing it, you know, the stitches made life so much better. Absolutely love it now. I just cannot wait to wrap it up and give it to her for Christmas. My only finished projects right now. I am wearing my Lumme Pullover, by the way. I mentioned this in my last video. This is by Sari Nordlund, and I made it out of Knitting for Olives. Oh gosh, I know I mentioned this. I want to say it was like light cognac and coal. I know it's coal, but I want to say it's a light cognac. I'll put it on the screen just in case my mind is not as sharp as it was a couple weeks ago. But I absolutely love this sweater. I will show you. So it hits me just like right below the button band, so right at the pocket level, and it goes slightly lower around the back. So I just absolutely love that high-low hem look. I think it looks great. There is a lot of positive ease on this, so I would say that's easily like 4 inches each side. So like 8 inches positive ease. Oh, it's really warm in here. Excuse me. So yeah, there's a lot of positive ease in here. I love the collar. So I mentioned in my last video how it's starting to kind of have a bacon neck. So anybody that eats bacon out there, you know, I love it. I love the way it sits. Like honestly, the yarn is stiff enough to where it holds that nice up position. But I think I kind of want to add some elastic in there, just a little bit, not super tight elastic. I don't want it to be like this, but ooh, I kind of don't mind that though. It's really pretty. Almost kind of make it like a mock neck that's more cinched. I don't know, I have more playing to do with it, but I do love this sweater so much. I wear it all the time. It has started pilling a tiny bit. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in here, but it's very slightly pilling, but that doesn't bother me. I think it just shows that you love your knitwear or wear it, whichever way you want to think about it. But yeah, that is what I'm wearing. I absolutely love this yarn. I would love to make something else with it. Oh, you know what? I just remembered something. I do have some new yarn to show you. I did lie a little bit ago. I do have some yarn to show you. It's the Knit Picks Mohair I spoke about last video in the color Ballerina that I'm gonna make a sweater out of. I'll show that here in a little bit, but I think WIPS should be next, right? I'm pretty excited to show some of my WIPS right now. Making another ranunculus. The only one I've made is the one I made for my wedding. I will post a picture of that here, and I really loved it. I made it in a chunkier weight yarn, and I believe it was a yarn bee from Hobby Lobby. I will try and find a link for it to put down below if they still carry that yarn. I know that they tend to rotate yarns, but I think that they still have this one. So in the new and updated, or I shouldn't say updated, but in my second ranunculus that I have begun knitting with, I am using a brand by Katia. So it's like this beautiful romantic-y rainbow gradient yarn, and I thought that I put the label in here, but I must have lost it in the move, unfortunately. I will put the description here on the screen to show all of you, because I do know that it has cotton and I believe some silk or viscose from bamboo in here, but I'll put it down just right here for you to see. I'll also link where you can get this yarn, because I also got it from my local yarn shop, and I don't know if she has any more in stock, because I think that there was like one other skein of this, so I'll try and find it. So here is what I have so far. It looks like a big pile of nothing because it's hard for me to I don't have my barber cords to open it up and show you anymore, so it kind of just looks like a blob right now. It'll look better once I separate for sleeves. But as you can see, I started out with the red, which I'm loving. I love the lace, and I'm just now starting to get into some pinks down here. And then the pinks will transition to this beautiful orangey. I don't know if that's gonna pick up, but it's like this very soft orange that will go into like this goldy color. Beautiful. I'm loving it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I forgot how much farther I have to go. I think I'm on the raglan section for the ranunculus, so it shouldn't be too much longer before I can separate for the sleeves. So I've been working pretty heavily on that on weekends, whenever I was taking a break from this sweater or from the cowl. So yeah, absolutely love it. You can kind of see some of the lace details. It's really hard to see though with it all bunched up like this, but there's a lot of work that's been put into this. I'm very excited about this yarn. It is soft and cooling to the touch. I really love it, and it just reminds me of, for some reason, like Pride and Prejudice or like a romantic novel. Oh, I just love that. Oh, it smells great. So there is one work in progress. And I recently, actually, I'll show the other one first. So this is a project I've been working on for my brother, Brad, who will need to, I don't know if he watches these, but just in case, Brad or Danielle, if you are watching this video, follow the timestamp down here. I do not want to spoil anything. Please jump over to that timestamp. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Okay, I think that's enough time. So I am making some felted slippers for my brother Brad for Christmas. And I got onto Inga from Knitting Traditions channel. Oh, sorry, I have like, the moment I held this up, it's like fiber just flew at my face. I have like hair all over. So I went to her episode, I believe episode 21, and towards the end of it she does an English translation with subtitles down below of all the numbers, and she kind of walks you through the process. I just took my notebook and I wrote down exactly what was on the screen so I can make felted slippers for pretty much everybody in my family if I wanted to. I'm mostly worrying about my brother. Like I just cannot wait to give these to him. So pretty much the gist is you cast on however many of stitches that, coordinate with the foot size of your person that you're knitting these for. And then you work one side and then you work the other side. Then you pretty much just like slip them into one another like so. And you then seam up the back, kind of like this. That way you can put your foot through it. Of course, after you felt it. But anyways, so I'm making these for him. I also found some white roving that I'm gonna felt his initials on each toe. Excuse me, I keep burping. That's so gross. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. But yeah, so I'm working on these right now. I sadly only bought 2 skeins thinking it would be enough, but it was not. So I need to go and buy 2 more skeins because I am just about done with this skein and I only have this one left. So I am making his slippers out of the Alafosslopi, and it's by Istex, and it is 100% wool, and it is 100 grams per 100 meters, so it's very bulky. And it is in the color, it says 5. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's like so itching my nose. It's a hand wash, lay flat to dry, and it gives you some guidelines on what needles that you can use on here. I'm going by what she said in her pattern, so I'm using a size US 10, no, a US 9, so a 5.5 millimeter, which is like their smallest range. Yeah, a 5.5 millimeter is recommended for the smaller gauge. So anyways, I've just been plugging away on that. I absolutely love this color. I actually used this color in, oh no, that was the Plutalopi I used this color in for one of my sweaters that I made like years ago. But anyways, so it's kind of like this blacky, like a slate black. I don't know if you can see all the highlights. Ooh, right in there you kind of can see kind of how it's like silvery brown gray in there with the black. I just absolutely love that, and it has like so much like fuzzy halos going on. It's so pretty. So I'm very excited about that. I cannot wait. Honestly, one of my favorite parts, I cannot wait to felt his initials in them. So anyways, I'm gonna be making some of those here and there for family members, but his are the first pair, so the guinea pig pair. And I think what I'm gonna do, because I keep going back and forth what I want to do on the bottom. Do I want to do the suede cutouts? Like I've seen these suede little cutouts, probably maybe the toe size would be about like, I don't know, like a rock. It kind of looks like a rainbow rock thing. Anyway, has little holes in it that you can sew into your socks or slippers. And then there's like this little heel portion cut out that looks like, I don't know, a watermelon shape. I'm sorry, I'm impossible. But you sew them to the bottom of your slippers to keep you from slipping. So I was thinking of doing that, or I could always go to one of the thrift stores around here and see if I can find any, like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say just like kind of beaten down slippers, but it's like I wouldn't mind if they are, if the bottom is fine, because you, especially if it's a sewn on sole, you can always use a seam ripper and take the actual slipper part off, put in more felt padding inside that sole, and then stitch on your felted slipper to it. That's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know if I'm going to be lucky enough to find them, but I've been looking on Etsy and I couldn't really find any that would suit a slipper. All the shoe soles that I found were, I don't know, like glue-on ones, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. I kind of want a sewn-on one, and I found one pair for like moccasin soles, but they only had men's, they didn't have women's, and it's like I'm kind of playing around with different gift ideas for people. It's like I would want both, you know. Anyways, I'll digress. I'm on the hunt for slipper soles apparently. So other than those two things, I have one more WIP that I just literally started today. So I just started, let me flip that to where it doesn't show the pattern. I just started the Rota Jumper by Irene Lin. So I've seen a couple of people make this and I just absolutely love their versions. Oh my god. I have to. I absolutely have to. There's no excuse for me not to. I actually bought the pattern for the tank top version as well, so I'm probably going to be making that at some point. But I absolutely love the way this looks. Again, it's the Rota Jumper by Irene Lin. And if you're wondering what these holes are, at the top of my pattern, I use a stapler, and I punch holes in it to hold my papers together like so. Anyways, so I am making size 2, and I am using the newer yarn that I just bought from Quince & Co. And I showed that off in the last episode. Hold on one second. I'll actually go get a hole skein so I can show you the label. Hold on. Okay. So yes, I just showed this last episode. It is the Osprey by Quince & Co. I don't know if it's gonna focus at all. There we go. It's 100% American wool, and the colorway is Malbec. And this is an Aran weight, and I absolutely love this color. I love a good Malbec wine, so thought it would be fun. So, making the size 2, and this is as far as I have gotten, y'all. I've been kind of busy today. I've been, you know, running back to the old place to get my wine glasses and stuff, which is kind of fitting, but I had to go back and get some stuff that we, you know, are still kind of going back and forth in between the houses because we do live pretty close to the other place we were staying, so it's really convenient. We've saved a lot of money not having to buy it or rent a truck or anything, so. But anyways, this is what I did this morning. So I have a little bit of highlights going on. I just think it is so pretty. Try to hide my face so it may focus. Maybe shmaybe. Maybe if I go like this. Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty much all I've gotten done so far. Love this yarn. It is so squishy, so soft, comfortable. The color is spectacular, in my own opinion. I love a burgundy red, and I just cannot wait to work more on this. I'm going to, after I'm finished up here, I am going to go out to the living room and just get cozy, light a candle, watch Hocus Pocus, and just live my best fall life, because this is the best time of year in my own opinion. I love fall. All of us knitters, I'm pretty sure, love fall. We get to wear knitwear. I just, I love it. It's the best. So those are all my WIPs so far. And, oops, I got caught on my shoe. And yeah, I've just been plugging away on all of those here and there as best as I can. So right before I leave, I am about to show some yarn that I got in the mail that I wasn't able to show last time. And if you are not into that, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for stopping by. And for everybody else that wants to see the yarn, just sit tight for one more second. I'll be right back. Remembered that my mom got me some yarn as well, so I get to show that as well. So I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, do I have like indigestion or something? I keep like burping. What's wrong with me? Maybe I'm talking so fast I'm like inhaling air. Maybe that's what's happening. I'm so sorry though. Anyways. Doesn't that feel good? Like, I hope all of you guys are taking a deep breath. I love that feeling. It feels just like such a good cleanse. Okay, so the yarn that I bought was this Knitting for Olive. Oh my god, it is so pretty. The Knitting for Olive Soft Silk Mohair. Isn't that just lovely? Oh my god, it is the most beautiful blushy pale pink I've ever seen, and it's a little blown out in this video because it's showing up a little bit more like whitey pink, like too light pink, but in person it's kissed with a little bit more pink than this. And I just, oh my god, isn't that just the most beautiful thing? I cannot wait. So out of this yarn, and honestly this is the first time I've ever bought the mohair, and I bought enough to make this sweater that's also by Knitting for Olive because I absolutely love this sweater, but I, wanted to be able to try it out, and I always thought, well, I'm so sorry, it's all over my face now, but I always thought, well, if I get it in the mail and it doesn't feel good, I can always just return it and go get another mohair that I know I like. Like, honestly, I'm very impressed with Knit Picks mohair, Aloft. I've used that in a couple of different patterns before, so I highly suggest that yarn, especially if you're on a budget, girl, and you need like to be a little bit careful. Like, this is a bit more like, not like crazy, like there are some mohairs out there that run a little expensive. For me, like those would be like my dream knits, like I save up money to buy those. This is kind of on par with that. For me, this was something I knew that I wanted, so I saved up and was able to get it. But yeah, this isn't just I'm gonna get online and buy yarn. No, I save up money to buy this. Anyways, so I bought a decent amount of skeins. I think I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 skeins. I got 13. Pattern said I should only need 12, but I got one more just in case. For some reason I run out. I figured might as well have all the same dye lot than run into a situation where I don't have enough mohair, and oh god, because this whole pattern is made with mohair, so you're not holding it with a fingering. But I mean, I guess you could if you wanted. Anyway, I just got what the pattern said. So, oh gosh, it's you can't even hardly see that, but it says Knitting for Olive, and it is their waffle sweater. I don't know if you're going to be able to, is it even picking that up at all? So yeah, I circled the size I'm making already. I'm going to do the medium, and I just circled, is that the length from shoulder, edge to edge, and the bust. So yeah, I just did I circled the measurement from the shoulders from side to side and for the bust just to see what the difference was, and I chose the medium. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on that soon. I sadly can't show much else of the pattern because it'd be giving it away, but I am very excited to be making that. So I think I'm going to start that once I'm done working on the Rota Jumper, because I really do like having only 2 or 3 WIPs at a time. My anxiety skyrockets when I have too many, and I do know that I have other, I would say, unfinished objects like hibernating WIPs that I have not touched in a while. Like I know Brad's socks still need to be done. I have so many other things too, but I don't know, I really need to go back and frog some pieces because I know I'm never gonna finish them. And some of the UFOs that I have, they can sit and wait. Like it's not a huge rush for me to get that done. Anyways, and then what my mom got me was some yarn from Biches. I know, what a love, what a love. So I am planning on making the yellow cardigan, and I want the upper body. So I'll put a picture on the screen of what the yellow cardigan looks like. It is designed by Marie Wallen, and I love these colors that she has chosen. I think that they are remarkable. But for me, I think after thinking about it, I wanted more earth tones. So I lean towards browns and blacks, maybe some pinks, some color here and there. So I'm kind of going to run with that. So the colors that I chose from Biches for, or well, that I had my mom pick out. I mean, I picked them out, she bought them. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. I found these beautiful colors for the main upper portion of this cardigan. Trying to situate these colors. So here is color number 1. Isn't that just gorgeous? Absolutely pretty. So this is the red brown color, and it really is kind of showing up true in this, for this yarn, but you can kind of see how it's kind of heathered. Like it has a bunch of beautiful little colors in it. It's really soft. Like I thought it was going to be a little bit more rusticy and scratchy, but this is really nice. I really like that. And for the contrast, for the main portion, I'm sorry, I'm really out of breath. It's really hot. You can probably tell, like I actually look a little flushed in the cheeks right now. But I got this one as well. And this is the beige color. And same with this one, you can kind of see how it has like different little colors in there. Like it's showing up a little bit lighter, I guess. Yeah, I guess both of them are showing up just slightly lighter, very slightly lighter. Let's see, about right in there is about right for the colors. Absolutely love them. I'm not sure which, I know I kind of thought I'll use this as a contrast, but I'm also kind of thinking, what if this were the main color and this were the contrast for the little pattern? I'm not too sure. Either way, I think it would look great. And then I am going to, at some point, probably this month or next month, I'm going to be stopping by Wild Fibers here in Mount Vernon. So that's another local yarn shop to me. It's not the same town as the one that I normally get some of my little things from last minute. So it is like maybe 20 minutes of a drive to get there. So I guess local still. So I'm going to go there because they actually carry Marie Wallen's yarn, and I was going to try and pair some that would look really well with these two colors for the rest of the cardigan, because as y'all saw that there's this beautiful color work down at the bottom. So this is definitely a future knit that I am very excited to be starting, but I guess it just depends on how quickly I can make the Rota Jumper and then make the knitting for Olive Waffle Sweater. And once those are done, I'm going to be starting up this beautiful baby. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just keeping the yarn in. Oh my god. I just hit myself in the face. Ow. I just hit myself in the face with one of these. But yeah, I'm just holding it in this little bag that they sent whenever they shipped over the yarn. Oh my gosh. Anyways, that was exciting. Alrighty, well, I want to thank everybody for sticking around and watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Welcome to my new space. This will for sure be the place I'll be recording from for the foreseeable future. Again, we weren't really planning on moving, but this opportunity just happened, and it's beautiful. I love this space. There's so much more room for us to be able to grow, for me to be able to decorate the way I want to, and I also have a craft room, so we're sitting in my craft room right now, which is absolutely lovely, and who knows, maybe in the future, in a couple of years, a craft/nursery. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're absolutely loving it here. I'm glad that I can finally have my spinning wheel out, and yeah, I'm gonna start playing around with that too, I think. I don't know, but it has been so good seeing all of you. Thank you for sticking around. I love all of the comments every single person leaves. It makes me feel so I don't know, like I have friends. I know that sounds sad, but I don't have many friends that I just like go and hang out with and stuff, so it really does mean a lot to me to have a bunch of beautiful people out there, sitting there knitting with me, I hope, while I ramble on to my camera. Or my phone, I mean. There I go again, camera phone. Anyways. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. Please go and enjoy the rest of your day, your weekend. Let me know what you're working on down below. Yeah, I'd love to be able to talk to all of you. Anyways, see ya. Bye.